which was nice of him. So its Latin name is Dendrocristos, Christmas tree. And we should see some of those today as we go up slope.
Zero 50, Raj. Kim, can you bring your heading to 050, please? 050.
Yeah,
Thank you. That'll keep Argus a little bit more downslope of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
It's a little bit.
Roger that. I'm really digging this terrain and this whole garden. Beautiful.
Yeah. So diverse.
Yeah.
It's a nice change from the last couple of dives.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't want to get too spoiled.
I don't know, I could live with that.
And now we can see if this side is as populate as the other side was.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to look at the data from this and look at those kind of things.
Yeah. So when you look at data from the transect, do you parse out the images like at regular intervals to like reduce overlap?
No, it's actually just continuous
Wow.
counts, and everything is coordinated and on time. So basically, everything is broken down to the second. So it's like you would count all the sponges in second '01 and then second '02 and second '03 throughout the whole transect.
Wow.
Truly video.
And then, yeah, then all the nav data gives a position so you can geolocate or georeference every single one of those sponges in space. And then we also do the habitat so that we know the kind of structure it's on and around it. And then we can analyze that.
Super cool. Yeah, I've stopped doing the resetting our Doppler velocity on the transect because I realized that would look like we teleported. Like, wow, that was fast.
But if we did teleport, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, right? Phasing in 3, 2.
You look into a lot of these sponges and there's hagfish sitting in them.
Totally misunderstood.
Could we get the lasers on?
Sure thing. Thanks again.
Thank you. Can we look at that tall coral in the background?
Yeah, sure. All right, Marley, you want to do a quick zoom there, please?
That crab leg's hanging upside down.
No. Got any more zoom on that, Marley? That's good.
That's great. Thanks.
Sure thing. Don't mind. No, bogey.
Yeah, I don't know where
Can't see
your
my USBL there anymore.
check.
We can try power cycling the USBL. That would be helpful.
Wait, let me see. I think TrackLink was having issue. Yeah. All right, we're good.
Okay, great. Thanks, Finn. Sorry?
Just teleporting.
Is that a grenadier just going off the screen?
Yeah, the one that was to the left.
Salp chain too.
Lots of cool stuff.
Squirrels.
Can we look at the squirrel with a quick zoom?
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
sure it's just out in the mud. It's a squirrel tail, not just a squirrel. If you can see the rest
There
of it,
might
that'd be
be
cool
a
too.
squirrel underneath.
Right.
Squirrel! Let's actually go for this one here.
So they must have different adhesion mechanisms.
For
Jess.
sure. All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Marley. I'm a little upslope from it. If you want a better zoom on it, let me know.
No, that's good. It's just to make sure that it's growing in the mud.
Roger that.
That base is very wide though,
Come wide, Marley.
the way it's spread out.
Yeah, but I don't see it on
Do
any.
they-
I don't see any rock. And Meredith put in the chat that if you say squirrel loud enough, her dog will start barking.
Yes.
Oh.
Awesome.
Good morning, Satchmo.
USB elements. I checked correctly.
I've heard Satchmo on a couple dives this trip. He's been paying attention.
Yep, and I heard my cat meow one time into it. And the doorbell with the pizza.
It's the new normal.
The Umballula C10
Yep,
on the left.
getting out here in the C-pen area.
Yeah, it looks like we're pretty firmly in the valley. Might be
Yeah,
a
can we zoom out to see where the next point is? Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So we got a long way to go for the next one.
yeah.
All right.
Then we'll kind of hopscotch, I guess, with point W to X, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just jumping to the next side now. And
Yeah, so if you want to
Gonna
start
go
a
for a bit.
transect soon, it's going to be just this terrain. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're 110 meters. So if you guys want to do that, and also if you want to have us speed up a little bit, if this part, this flat valley does not have much biology, you can do that too. But it's, yeah, it's...
well, it has biology, just not what we're interested
Right,
in.
right. We're very biased here. I know.
We are. So how far to W? I'm just trying to
gonna
figure
be
out
like-
yeah, how many transects.
Yeah, I'll be like almost 600 meters. So we could fit in.
That sounds good. So we can do a transect, then we'll transit, and then do another transect.
Roger. Sounds good.
And Jess, you can speed up to 0.5 at least,
Even
if
for
you'd
the
like.
transect?
even for the transect.
Oh, okay.
Roger.
Let me just double check our...
What's the...
Yeah, let's do
looks like
0.
there's going to be a little feature there, though, so maybe we just do 0.4 for now.
This thing?
Yeah.
Let me
Just
check. Might be. Looks pretty flat. It's up to you.
start off with 0.4 and
yeah.
see where we go.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically the idea is if it's not complex, we're not really losing much because we can see everything. If it's complex and we go fast, we won't see as much.
Roger.
Roger that.
All right. I'm going to do 040 at 0.4 knots.
040.4 knots, Raj.
You ready to mark it?
Ready to march. Yeah.
Actually, bridge.
All right. Stepping forward.
Actually, let me just reset you first.
Sure. Good.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, marked it.
Roger.
Just to double check, this is our third. Can't really see the last target. Third transect? Yeah, okay, thanks.
That's what I have too. Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, something's going on with TrackLink. Keeps on
Yeah.
wanting to shut itself.
How's the ship doing on the speed over ground there?
0.14 knots, but we were in between moves for a little bit.
Raj.
Let's just see.
I'll hold off here for a minute.
Okay.
That was the shortest transect.
I don't know why it's doing that. Do you want us to remark the start once we have more speed, or are we good?
I'm just wondering if they dialed in 0.3 knots there.
Yeah, let
It's
me
like-
double check. Yeah, it looks like it's coming up now.
Roger.
Takes a
So to
little
answer the transect question, no, we can keep going because it's a distance transect, so
Great.
it doesn't matter if we stop on the bottom for a moment.
Okay, thanks.
So the no stopping on transect rule is really not getting off transect, I should say, because we can stop forward momentum and look at something and then keep going. It's
Roger.
more not like doing a 3D mosaic in the middle of a transect.
I'll be very
Something
strict.
like that.
Yeah, got it, I think.
Be hard to do a photo mosaic of flat surface.
You don't need 3D then.
No. It looks like we're on that feature now. Yeah, you can do 0.5 if you want there, Ben.
Roger. Yeah, we're up to speed.
One rock,
Roger.
and one sponge.
It's a Bob Marley song.
The annotator's favorite.
Yeah, those are the kind of things that mess up with the data. Because really this would be a mud bottom, but then you get sponge in the middle of it. So,
Like, well, there's a rock on that part.
yeah, but the rock was too small to really count as habitat because usually it's got to be at least 20%.
Yeah. Single
And that
resident.
rock wasn't. Yeah, so they usually just get absorbed into the data because there's only a couple. It's just you find those kind of things every once in a while, like, hey, there's this Christmas tree coral out on a mud flat, and you find out because there was one rock in the middle, and that's what it was on.
Yeah, doing it, you must have a better interpretation of the data than someone just being handed it off.
Yes, that is very true.
Yeah.
Because we have fish stock assessors at our lab who don't necessarily go to sea, and they don't get the idea of what comes up in the trawl or what comes up
A math
from
cowboys.
video. And so, yeah, so it's like they basically have learned because people have told them, but it's not that they've went out and experienced it.
Yeah.
So when they're trying to do some assessments, they have to ask lots of questions so that they can get everything right from what the analysts or the people who went out to sea saw,
Yeah.
to try to incorporate it all. Which is good that they try to do that, as opposed to just look at the numbers. Another rock, another sponge.
Tom, do you know what the smaller white sea pens might be?
I don't right now, maybe Ellipteris, but we'll have to zoom in at the end of the transect. There's definitely a lot more sea pens now. Maybe Meredith knows. Hey, there's a rock.
Yeah, we're going to be going super slightly downslope, like 10 meters over 100 as far as I'm.
Roger. What's the distance left on the transect?
80 meters left.
Roger. Tom, would you like us to reduce speed if it continues to be rocky?
Yeah, you can go to 0.3
Roger.
because you're at 0.4 now, right?
We're at 0.5.
Oh, then let's try 0.4. There's an octopus.
And backscatter looks like it'll be rocky for another like 60 meters. So cool.
Roger that.
And then we lose backscatter. It gets dark before that.
Rog.
And here's your short spine thorny head. You can see the spines are all the same height.
Oh, yeah. I think thorny
Guess
head would
just
be.
because they.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
I was just going to say they're. I guess they had long spine, so they had to call it short, but it's really even spine.
Well, suppose that's the end of the Rocky
Yeah.
stage, right? Says we're changing speeds.
All right. We only have 40 meters left.
Roger.
So just like being out on the sponges, the analysts have to look at all the sea pens and count them.
Sounds a little less fun.
Yep, there you're looking for a little stick out of the bottom.
Yeah.
But we only count things 10 centimeters and greater, so all the little tiny ones you don't have to worry about.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, because
We need a full
we know
scale.
we'd be undercounting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be so many of those that we'd be undercounting and missing that we don't think it's accurate.
And these are protocols that are followed for all these sanctuary transects by everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Jan's group does a little bit different, the Gulf of the Farallones. But everybody else who has their video analyzed, the
Right.
deep sea coral money is funneled through kind of the group that I lead for coral sponge and fish annotators. So they all follow the same protocols, even up Olympic Coast and down here. And our data, it's a non-sanctuary data, other data, which is nice that we all have data that's very similar. Even Jan's methods are pretty similar. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's then we can compare everything.
Yeah, that's so hard when so many data sets are so slightly different. So it's good there's consistency.
Oh, we even have some snails showing up. Or one snail.
You guys, I wrote a poem because I was so inspired by all of the sponges. But now they're not here and the poem seems a little less relevant. Would you guys like to hear it anyways?
Yeah. So we can actually
I'd
call the
love to hear it.
transect right now. Just so
Roger
you can,
that.
200 meters. And I'll bring us back up to 0.5 knots if that's good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Is that good with you there, Tom?
That sounds
Can we
great.
get a
Let me
quick
just-
zoom on the small
yeah.
white sea pens?
Oh, right, yeah. No, I'll pop a little in front and then we can definitely do that for you.
Then poetry
good.
slam.
Then poachers.
All right, Marley, go ahead and push it in there, please. Oops, sorry.
It turned around just for us.
We have a definitive ID of Funiculina.
Thank you, Meredith. That's good, thank you.
Great. Come later there, Marley.
All right, I'm coming up to 0.5.
Sure. What's the distance to the next waypoint?
Still 370 meters, so we'll have enough room for another transect if we want to do that before watch change.
Roger that.
Have them finish it.
I think we'll be able to make it because the other one wasn't that long.
Yeah, with the increased speed, it's fast.
Yeah, if we stay in this type of habitat.
Yeah, I don't have backscatter, but it looks like this is the valliest valley in terms of the depth contours. spread out.
Yeah, that whole middle looks flat. I mean, there's a little bit, but it doesn't look as promising until we get toward W.
It's hard to tell what that is when it's flat. You know, it could just be some.
Yep. Don't really know till we come down here and ground truth it.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll stand by. Marley, you want to just do a quick zoom here?
Kelp.
Kelp. Good. That's good. Come forward.
Does Taylor Ann still need some?
Probably always take more, but probably see more later.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have-
poetry slam.
You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
All ready.
Builds it up a bit much now. Like I said, it was more relevant earlier, but we'll just remember where we were. This is a footprint reef haiku.
Ooh.
Welcome to Spongeville. Start filming, grab all the stills. This ride is a thrill.
Snap, snap.
Maybe I should call it Footprint Reef Roller Coaster.
Ooh, yeah.
A rhyming haiku, that's unique.
Yeah, it rocks.
Marley breaks all the rules.
Good
It's
job.
just an added degree of difficulty.
Yeah, really.
Well, now that we know you're a poet, we're going to expect one every watch.
I wrote one for each individual person on our watch team last year.
Huh?
So
Can't wait to hear the mud one.
mud, 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 mud.
Oh, it rhymes.
Right.
I think this dive was kind of a dud.
Are we in a transect now, or are we just cruising?
Yeah, we're just cruising,
We're just cruising.
but let me select the old one so it's super accurate. Yeah, in just 10 meters, we'll be far enough away to start another one if you want to do that. I just want to double check that we will be going
Get upslope after a while.
yeah, just slightly. Maybe a little bit towards the end.
Roger.
Is that good?
Yep, that's good. We'll reduce our speed when we get towards there.
Roger. Yeah, Science, does that work for you? We're just 100 meters away from the last transect.
Yeah, works for me.
I'm marking it.
Roger. I'm gonna take my heading to 040.
Yeah, 040. Bridge.
Let me know when we're gonna get to the base of that slope there. Maybe 20 meters off of it will reduce speed. Roger. Roger.
It's strange.
Yeah.
So it looks from the C-pens falling over that there's a current coming from the left.
Yeah, there's the current coming from the left, indeed. Now like in northwest, moving to the southeast.
Roger that.
This looks more accurate now. I don't know what happened here though.
Yeah,
with the
but you're
scale.
trailing, it's trailing behind you at an even rate.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Curious what happened.
Like that sponge
Okay,
has a
Tom.
hat.
What's wrapped around it?
I think it's algae,
Yeah,
feather boa.
yeah, that one definitely looked like a feather boa.
So you're saying the
Tom,
squirrel
should we-
tails don't look like a feather boa?
Mm.
Oh,
Less
go
so
ahead.
to me.
Should we take a sediment core at the end of this transect?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure. We'll probably be out in the mud.
yeah, exactly. We might be a little out of the mud, but we can always come back a little.
Looks like just kelp there, hey? Yeah.
Yep.
Kelp can definitely be the scariest of everything you see. Animal.
Sarah Master sea stars there. We call those cookie cutters. Cookie stars.
More food. I guess scientists are hungry. Hungry for knowledge
And food.
and food.
Surprised there's no pizza stars or something like that.
We just haven't found it yet. Yeah, remember
We can
we're
name
like
some of those
30 meters
Gorgonians.
back. 20.
And the rocks have begun.
I got to work on my timing. I just finished writing a poem about the mud, but now we're in the rocks again.
Keep on writing poems
I
about
thought
the
our-
mud, Marley. Don't stop.
She
Thought I
only
already
writes
heard it. It was mud, 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 mud.
Write one about soft, flat mud. Do you think we'll find a steep wall?
Yeah, we're at 0.4 knots now if you
Yep, Roger.
got 50 meters to go.
Roger. Nice feature again.
Yeah.
Crumpet sponge in my canoe. Several of those Acesta
Oh,
clams.
that's why. What's the distance to the next waypoint after this?
Say that again?
What's the distance to the next waypoint?
It's going to be close. I don't, well, with the reset, it's going to be like 100 meters.
100 meters, Roger.
Yeah, but it's kind of arbitrary because we're going to, so science, yeah, so W's on this side of this little slope. And then the next target's going to be northeast, way northeast. Or sorry, northwest. I hate when I do that. But yeah, so there'll be some path planning, I imagine, to get there.
Okay. And what's the...
I'm actually looking.
Oh, do you want
Go
me to
ahead.
keep zoomed down? We have just 5 meters left in the, just mark it and that. Three. One. All right, good.
Roger that. We're just going to keep on this bearing here.
Yeah.
So if you see an area that looks like it might be, that we could have a core, if there's a big enough sand patch, I don't know if we'll make it anymore
Yeah,
because there might be underlying rock.
it seems like it might be an underlying unconsolidated rock, but we can have a look. Is there a flat knoll coming up at all?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I mean, probably over this slope, but I don't know how much flatness is going to correspond to the substrate here.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of like actually do maybe like 100 bearing, just like 70 meters to the west.
Is there on the way onto other waypoints? Are there any other flat sandy?
So I don't have backscatter, but the flattest, kind of widest contour again is going to just be west of us. I mean, east of us. So I mean, we're about we probably come about 60 meters up this rockier stuff. So I don't know if it's worth it to go back, or I could also bring us.
They're looking kind of northwest. Is there any along the other?
Oh, well, between the next target, there's going to be a huge distance, and there may be, again, I don't have backscatter, I just have the depth, but I don't really know, but this bluish area in the slope map is probably more valley-ish, but this is truly at the bottom of these ridges, this center feature. So I assume that, but you know, between now and X, there will be some soft sediments. We'll just maybe have the next watch and us watch out for it as we finish up.
Roger.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. Is I'm thinking we might actually want to head directly west
Roger.
and
Should
hit that kind of yellower area.
Yep.
Sure.
That sounds good. Right. I just want to.
And then we can angle up to X from there.
Sounds great.
Roger that.
All right. The ship has been stopped a little bit, so let me just make sure. I don't want to get
Sure thing.
too far up this. So Jess, I think I'm going to come, yeah, like due west 27. I'm going to do like, do you want to start at the base of this feature? It's going to just, yeah, like 270 is going to be perfect. And Argus will come a little off the slope, but while you transit, it will be upslope of you.
Yeah, did you want us to kind of go down the slope there, Tom, or do you want us to just, or we can angle it a little northwest?
Yeah.
So we don't lose ground.
Just so the DVL reset is going to put us. Just make sure.
Can you zoom in a little?
Yeah. I mean, it'll just be a very short distance that there's a downslope portion for Burke and Argus. But
Yeah, well, we can just go, we don't have to worry about the downslope. We can just go straight to the middle of it
okay.
and not get to the base of it.
All right, let's do like this 280. Good for you, Jess? Like this. Wait.
Sure.
Maybe.
280 works. Sure thing.
All right, let's do that. I'll
let me
wait
just
for you
get
to,
over.
yeah.
Since we're pretty shallow.
Yeah, we won't get another transect in before watch change, so, you know, it's kind of the best move that you guys, that'll work for both Argus and Herc.